Okay, I just jumped in the car right now. We are heading to Calgary. I found a BMW drift car that already has a welded diff and some coilovers. I hope it's not too beat. It's got 287,000 kilometers. It's a 5-speed manual, 325i if I didn't say that already. I really hope this isn't another one of those videos where I go driving around Alberta to find a car and it's a piece of shit, and that would suck. I'd probably poop my pants or something if that happened. I'm not even wearing underwear right now for good luck. And anywho, we're just going to pick up my sister from work so she can drive this Veloster back, and hopefully I pick up a drift car today. Full tank of go-go juice here and a little bit of Riri. We're listening to the radio and it says on here, text Jenna at that number. So I told my sis to text Jenna at that number, so why don't you read what you said there?
Is this the Atlantic Ocean? Because I have a hammerhead shark in my pants.
And you guys probably can't see anything, but I just bought this E46. It's actually pretty dope. Welded diff, it's got BC coils. Connor, cool guy. This is his Skyline in here. Pretty dope. I'm so pumped. I'll update you guys when we're driving. I'm feeling good. I can finally put a key back on my lanyard. Feels good to have a car.
Does it? How does it feel to have a car?
Feels pretty good. Oh. Look at that puppy right on there.
Beamer, Benz, or Bentley? We
gotta get some drifts now. This is what we gotta do.
Drifty!
Okay, so we got to a gas station here. I'm actually getting my first good look at the car right now because I haven't even seen it because it was so dark there. So you can see like the little rust spots and like paint chips and everything, but all in all, it looks pretty good. Windshield's obviously cracked, but I'm excited. It's fun to have a welded diff like this. I don't know much about welded diffs except for they drift good, and so far I've done 2 little skids and it seems to go pretty good. The guy I bought it off of, Connor, was saying something about he could never get it to slide sideways, like it just kept cutting out on him. I didn't know if he didn't know about press and holding the DSC button to turn it completely off, but he said even doing that there was still a power cut. So I did a little slide on the test drive with his permission, and it seemed to slide pretty good, and he complimented my slide. I'm excited. We're gonna eat our pizza here. We'll get some clips tomorrow of us sliding around. Daytime now. This thing's an investment. It's been paying me already. We got this. We found a toonie in here. And look at this, just paying dividends in the seat cracks. A little bit of food, a little bit of money.
Oh yeah.
Okay, well at this point, we know the car drifts, and that's good. There are quite a few issues with the car, and I'll go through those right now. So, one is just, it's really dirty. 2 is the window switch. So right down here, You can see BMW has these window switches. The driver's door one is broken. So you can actually get in there with your finger and do it down easy, but doing it up really hurts your finger. So I found the switch in the car when I was cleaning it this morning. That's good. The door lock in the center here is busted as well. That should lock and unlock the doors, but it doesn't. The hazards work, however. Kind of. So I'm gonna try and pop these out. Those are very minuscule, but the things that I care about is the e-brake works when you're stopped, like it'll hold the car from moving when you're parked. But if you're trying to initiate into a corner, the e-brake doesn't work. Even on gravel last night, I was trying to initiate on gravel and it doesn't work. So I got to tighten it up. He put new brakes on the rear. I don't know if he did new shoes, brake shoes for the e-brake. But obviously that needs to be tightened up and hopefully it's going to work for me. The clutch as well. I think it needs a new clutch soon because the engagement point is really high up, as well as when you're shifting hard into the next gear and you kind of dump the clutch from first to second, it doesn't catch right away. Like if you go from first to second, instead of going like it goes or how does it go? And then you shift. And it holds the high RPM and then kind of dies down. It doesn't sound very good, so you got to shift a little slower. So I thought the clutch was on the way out, but you can still clutch kick it in first gear and kick it out. So I don't know. I guess we'll find out through more driving. So those are the things that I know that are wrong with it so far. But I'm happy. I'm very happy. I finally have a manual rear-wheel drive. I was just reflecting on that because I was like, oh, did I buy the right car because it needs this stuff that needs to be fixed? Did I pay too much for it? And then I'm like, you know what? Just be grateful, because I've been looking for a manual rear-wheel drive for the last like 3 months. I don't even know, 2 months, 3 months, and I'm just happy to have one. So I'm gonna try and fix a few things here. We'll check in a little bit. So what I'm doing right now is I'm actually hot gluing this switch back together. This is a problem, a common problem for E46s, is for this central door lock switch to the little clips break and then you can't lock or unlock the doors from the inside. So I'm just trying to fix that right now. I don't have any crazy glue, so we're making do with hot glue. Couldn't find the hot glue gun, so we're using a lighter. Okay, so we got it all glued up on both sides here. Now we're gonna try and pop it in here, which it seems to be a little tight, but we'll get it in. A little bit of force never hurt no one. Should have went a little more easy on the hot glue, but the good thing is this button can be pushed now without it. Before you'd push down a little bit, but the whole assembly would go down, and it's a two-part assembly, so it wouldn't lock or unlock the doors, but now it does. Okay. That took quite a bit of force, but we got it in there, and it works. Good. All right, well, this should be exciting. First mod to the Beamer here, the ballistic firework on the back. Here we go.
The reverse whammo! Go! Go, go, go!
Now just rev it up, like rev it and try to hold it at 5,000 there. And then just let the clutch out. That's what she calls dinner and a movie. Nice one. Just stall it, eh?
Oh. Yeah, that's how I do it.
That's how you park it normally. It's running too hot, you just gotta park it.
Yeah,
You did pretty well there. You look like a natural. You actually did really good. Besides the stalling there. Good stuff.
When the gate is locked, you find an alternative. Easy. You're just worry about the sign there. You're good on here. You're good. Oh yeah. That's what I call a rip and dip.
That other guy followed us up too. Like he was like, yeah, we got him now.
Yeah, right?
We gotta play this out. Oh yeah, it's coming soon. Okay, well that's all I got for this video. As I was driving home tonight, I was like humming and hawing about this purchase of this car because on the highway I'm noticing more now that in fifth gear, third gear and fifth gear, I'm noticing the clutch slips. And I'm like, ah, damn, like this guy just dumped this car on me. And the e-brake doesn't work. It doesn't even lock up whatsoever, which sucks. So I gotta adjust that. Hopefully the shoes aren't all worn out. But I'm like, I was just thinking of the bad things. And then I was driving home listening to some music. And I was like, you know what? I've been looking for a drift car for a couple months. And I'm just very happy to have a car now. Like I was driving home listening to music and I'm like, I've been walking everywhere for the past couple months. And that's been great. Like I liked that actually, to be more connected with the sidewalk. But no, it's very good to have a car, and it's a fun send-in car. I just picked up Sarah and took her for a ride and burned some donuts on the streets and stuff, and people are looking, and it's really fun to have a street-driven drift car with the welded diff. It's lots of fun. So I was reflecting, back to what I was saying, I was reflecting and I was like, you know what? Although this car does need some things and it is high kilometers, it's got $1,600 coilovers on it. It's got some BC Racing coilovers on it. It's got a welded diff already. And those are two things I would have had to do if I bought any other car. I'd have to buy some coilovers to lower it and make it more stiff and rigid. And I'd have to weld the diff too. So that right there, these coilovers were $1,600 to get somebody to weld the diff for me, because I don't think like Jared's electric welder would do the job very good. Would be probably a couple $100. So say like that's close to $2 grand right there. That makes me feel better about this purchase. So I found clutch kits on Amazon for like $160. So they'll probably get here for like a little under $200 shipped, hopefully. If I just get the clutch kit. You can get like a lightweight flywheel and stuff too, but I don't know if I'm gonna do that. Yeah, if you know anything about the dual mass flywheel that's in this thing, and if it would be smart to upgrade to a lightweight. I just want to keep it cheap, because my plan with this car is just to like smack it up and smack snowbags and stuff like you saw in this video, and tail tap signs, and just have a lot of fun with it. This is like my party car. So it's a pretty good looking car on the outside actually. Like it's got a little bit of rust on all 4 of the corners on the quarter panels, but just basically surfaced rust. It's not anything too serious yet, just kind of like bubbling the paint a little. But I don't know, I think it's a funky looking car. One of the front grills is falling out. You guys saw me hot glue that lock button in place. My window switch, I gotta figure that out. And just clean it up in here because it's kind of dirty and gross. Other than that, it's pretty good. It's pretty awesome. It's fun to have a rear-wheel drive manual car and just do some clutch kicks. I did actually, I think, my first clutch kick today, because before I would always just clutch in, have it clutched in, rev it a bit, and then let the clutch out. And like today I'm like, clutch kick, how exactly does that work? Like, does when you clutch in and clutch out really fast, is that even enough time if you're on the gas for it to rev up enough for when you dump the clutch? But yes, it is. Like you're taking a corner on throttle, say like half throttle, and then you clutch in, clutch out, and floor it at the same time. Yeah, it's like half a second or so, but it's enough time for it to rev up a couple thousand RPM and then the clutch comes back out, and then it kicks out and goes sideways. So I will be learning a lot in this car, relearning how to drive again, because I've only had all-wheel drive cars and then that Civic for a few months, so all-wheel drive and front-wheel drive. Now we get a rear-wheel drive. A man's car! So, yeah. That's all I got to say tonight. So thank you very much for watching, and look forward to these next coming videos, because I thank you to all the people who watched all the videos of looking for cars. I know they're always not the most exciting videos, but it had to happen. And now that we have one, I will reward you guys and myself with some very fun driving and tail tapping things. I'm very excited for that, because the Civic was my first car that I didn't really care about, and I could like lay on the hood and roll on it and stand on the roof and everything. I've never had a car where I felt comfortable doing that, because you put a lot of money into a car, or you buy a car for a good chunk of money, you're not going to stand on the hood or stand on anywhere. Like, we duct tape fireworks to the back of this thing. Like, I'm okay to scratch it up and smash it up and stuff, so that's good. Yeah, I think I was trying to end out the video, and then I just started talking again. So anyway, thank you guys for watching. We will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.
Can I have a fact?
Yeah, of course. Whales are blue.
And so is my balls. GoPro turn off.
So is my balls.